language in the Prime Minister's office will be full of words like performance, productivity, excellence, service delivery, standards, results, growth, values and principles, integrity. In fact, we love performance so much that it is a virtual obsession in our office. That makes us your natural partners as an organization that is encouraging different professionals to continue doing their best in the industry that they enjoy working in. I therefore have great pleasure in joining you this evening on behalf of the Prime Minister to celebrate with you the top performers in our country's banking sector during this year's edition of Think Business Banking Awards. The members of the banking fraternity in Kenya, you are so important to our development as a growing country with a vision to be able to compete globally with everybody else. It is so important that performance in the banking sector should be at the forefront of competitiveness. In fact, that is why you tend to get excess favors from government, because if anybody touches you, you can be sure there will be enough of us in government to defend you. But in doing so, we expect you to reciprocate and to be able to be creative and innovative to drive this economy forward. Lately, since the NAC government in 2002 and the Grand Coalition government from 2008, in those 10 years, the banking sector has grown phenomenally. As you all know, the deposits rose from just 345 billion in 2002 and reached 1.6 trillion by the end of last year. The loans and advances rose from 222 billion in 2002, and we are talking of 1.2 trillion by December last year. Overall, the total assets of the banking sector, which stood at 2.1 trillion as at the end of 2011, from 456 billion in 2002. So the last 3 years give you, the last 10 years give you a trend in terms of what the government focuses on over these 10 years. You may realize the political leadership in the last 10 years have virtually been the same people. It has been a period of enhanced activity. It has been a period of major reforms in governance, in the governance of our country. And we are happy that the banking sector has been able to keep pace all along.
On behalf of the Kenya Bankers Association, congratulate every bank, the winners as well as everybody in this room, because we represent an industry that truly drives this economy. We are the foundation of the economy, and we do have a big responsibility, which is why through the Kenya Bankers Association, we are very excited that this is a new day in banking. The Honorable Minister would be very happy to note that banks are listening to their customers. The issue about interest rates is something that we take quite seriously, and we have been responding. We have been communicating as well. In fact, just recently, as recent as yesterday, all the credit directors of the banks, and I hope you're all represented here today, we got together to talk about the issues of credit in the system, not only from a bank perspective, but from a customer perspective, because let's face it, we all have loans. So when interest rates are high, we are all affected, isn't it? And our mothers are affected, our cousins, our neighbors. So interest rates aren't an us versus them situation. It's as Kenyans, and we're going to address it as banks collectively, as well as individually, and I'm fully confident that the banks represented here today are up to the task. Along the lines of the new day at the Kenya Bankers Association, this is our 50th year. We're celebrating 50 years of representing the banks, and we're very proud to serve you. And I'm sure you all have been hearing and seeing the new face and the exciting new face of the Kenya Bankers. We are very committed at the association to represent you to the fullest. We'll be looking at policy issues, making sure that we're regulating ourselves. We do not need to be regulated. We can regulate ourselves. We are also looking at promoting the industry better. Pardon us, Safaricom, but we need to be the leaders of innovation in banking, not telecom providers. Also, we are looking at public affairs, making sure that the banking public is empowered through education, and we're investing in that. And finally, through social responsibility. At my previous life, we used to compete about CSR. We'd compete about getting a pictorial, 100,000 here, 500,000 there, 1 million. Competing about CSR really is nonsense from an industry perspective, because what you're doing is pulling apart the impact that this industry has on society. So hopefully we'll be able to look to you for support to see how we can collaborate more to better empower the Kenya banking society. Thank you.